We back. Them Brothers from Inglewood podcast once again coming to you live and direct. It is a pleasure to be back in the studio to share with these wonderful guests that we have. But before we introduce them, I just want to say thanks to the Coalesce Group for being our supporter and great encourager. Thank you for all that you do in the educational community with our young people and the things that you're going to establish in 2023. Just want to say thank you for allowing us to partner with you during this time. And to Fruit Off the Vine Clothing Apparel for young girls and women, we thank you so much for dressing our people and clothing them with self-esteem and some of the things that they need to transpire, from a day-to-day basis. And we just appreciate you for allowing us to partner with you during this time. And so it's a pleasure to be in the studio and to share some content. I have some wonderful guests today, and I just want to let them introduce themselves, and after so we'll just go into our topic for the day.
Hi, my name is Stella. I'm the Director of Operations from a nonprofit, a veteran-owned nonprofit called Inglewood Second Call. We're out of the city of Inglewood. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, I'm Rambo, CEO of Inglewood Second Call, saving lives.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's great to really be able to sit at the table and discuss content that I believe is relevant for not only business owners but for young people, urban American people. There's so much speculation in the world through our government and things like that as it relates to what we're not doing or what we can't do. And I just think that this is a positive time for all people, but especially for African American people, simply because we're more educated now, we're better exposed, we're succeeding. Our women are they're just achieving at astonishing levels. I don't think it's astonishing to most urban men who were mothered by strong women and had strong grandmothers and things of that. And just a family sense of community. But to see what our women are doing, kudos to you all, because I tell you, you're setting the bar. And I knew that once the opportunities were really given, that you guys would run with it. And so I am just ecstatic to see the success of so many women in America and abroad. You got people in the UK, same thing. They're excelling. They're running Fortune 500 companies. And so I just want to say thanks to what you guys are doing. Before we go any further, I just want to introduce the topic that we'll springboard from, which is transformational leadership, which I think it's leadership on a hybrid level, meaning you see young people, man, that are multimillionaires, right? They're on social media. They're just exploding with ideas and concepts that they have coined and turned it into money. And I'm not trying to just say money is the whole focus, but money is a tool. We need that.
Right.
And the more, the merrier. We need as much money as we can get. And so with your company, before we kind of go into the logistics of that, just kind of tell us where you're from, where'd you grow up, what is some of your background?
I grew up in Los Angeles, but my zip codes have always been Inglewood. So I'm from Inglewood, California. I'm a mother of two.
All right.
I direct the operations of Inglewood Second Call.
Okay.
That's what it's about.
Right.
That's the brand.
That's what's up.
What I do every day.
That's what's up. Parenting, what is that like for you? I mean, I was raised by a single mother. Of course, my father and my parents, they broke up at some point. My father was local; he was around, but primarily we were raised by my mother. She did have a village, but man, my mother was hands-on. So, kind of tell us, because you're obviously a businesswoman, but you're a mother first. You're female. I wrote a book recently, and I talked about the dynamic of the black woman. Okay, they say, society say you're a minority in this sense. You're black, you're female, and you are a single mom, right? Tell us what is that really like?
Some days it's hard in the paint, but you keep going. You don't give up. I never left, and my daughter's 14, my son's 17.
That's awesome.
I'm almost there.
That's awesome.
I grew up with both of my parents for the most part.
Okay.
They broke up probably when I was about 16.
Okay.
It was definitely a sight to see, but you always want to be better than where you come from, because that's the idea of it,
That's
right?
the goal. Yeah.
My mom did her thing. I mean, she still does.
That's awesome.
I'm grateful to have her.
That's awesome.
I'm here for it.
That's awesome. What about you, Mr. J. Rod?
Well,
Where you from?
I'm from Inglewood. That's definitely.
We gonna have to do them girls or them sisters from Inglewood.
Right.
We're gonna have to make sure, because we're a tightly knit family. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm from Inglewood without a doubt. That's my city. I love it. I'm trying to somewhat rebuild it, make it better. Give our youth a little better chance at survival, because it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for me, at least. So
Yeah.
if there's anybody out there like me, then I need to holler at you.
Right.
That's something to talk about.
Right. The being a CEO, a young black CEO. I know we're not black. We're
Right.
caramel. We're brown.
Other.
Exactly. a lot of people have just bought into the power of black power. I get that, but none of us are actually black. But as an urban American male and a CEO, coming from your background, meaning your extensive training in construction and things of that nature, how does it differ now, being that you're running your own business as opposed to working for somebody?
Well, that aspect of it is that's the best thing ever happened to me. It was like a realization of from being cheated to now doing something that's really important. That's my dream.
Okay.
Don't have nothing to do with nobody else. You know? So
Okay.
that's the main thing.
Okay.
But when I also realized that when you run something, okay, for example, they was paying us $40 per hour,
Okay.
but they was getting like $200 something, per gentleman, So stuff like that, they say, oh well, your package ain't no package in the world cost that much, I'll pay my own insurance, if that's the case. So it just kind of say, well, hell, why I can't start me a business and get that same contract?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And do the same thing. It was just like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I woke up.
So so the light went on for you.
Light went on.
What's your take in the experience of now being in a corporate position? You're an executive, and you're working with a urban owned company, right? You know who your superiors are. You're in a team setting. what is that like for you as opposed to some of the jobs that you've probably been on?
Not that I don't appreciate where I've been.
Mm.
I don't want to punch a clock.
Wow.
It's not what I want to do anymore.
That's
I create
profound.
my own schedule, and I've been doing that for a little while now.
That's profound.
But up under him, I have a good position. I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy to save lives.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help people.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't trade this for anything.
Right. So the Inglewood Second Call, what does that consist of, Mr. CEO?
It's well, I don't know where to begin. First off, we saving lives. Now, how we go about that is gang intervention.
Okay.
Pre-apprenticeship program.
Mhm.
Food. We get food out to the homeless.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the life skills class every Thursday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
955 Crenshaw, Inglewood Boulevard.
Yeah, that's a plug.
And that's where I am every Thursday, working on life skills. That's open to anyone in the area that just come and listen. Even if you don't want to say nothing, just come check us out.
Yeah.
And see the good vibe and see what's going on in there. You know,
Yeah.
really making some moves.
I commend you for having that kind of vision. Being that, I think a lot of times we don't utilize our skill set
Right.
and maximize it
Right.
from where we've come.
Right. I don't know, man, because my same skills that I use in this, I brought them right from the streets.
See,
You know,
exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
You know, I want to be known.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be a slouch.
Yeah.
In either field. You know,
Yeah.
I and from the Army too. You know,
Yeah.
I want to win. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
I'm you know, all the tactics I put them together, and now I'm just putting them for the good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and moving
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I think, and that's why I said some of us, because there's a lot of people with strong backgrounds that they haven't found a way to transition it over
Right.
into something that
Well-
that they can call their own,
It's
right?
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
uncomfortable.
And then
It's
you're
hard.
you're your own boss, you're your own example, and really you're your worst critic.
Right.
When you're in entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
you're constantly evaluating yourself, or you should be,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you want to perform at a certain level,
Right.
or bring a excellent service that you can be proud of,
Right.
because your name is attached to it.
Right.
A lot of people were asking me about, the project that I did and why I did not really, because I had to readjust some things because my name is attached to it.
Right.
So I wanted it to be as excellent in the hands of a
Right.
consumer as possible, because they're spending their hard-earned money
Yeah.
to patronize it. Right.
People, quite naturally, they don't understand that when they're looking for a job. See what I'm saying? Because they a job. I'm trying to do as less as I can, as quick as I can, and cheat them every time I can.
Right.
So we're not looking for that kind of people.
Right.
No, because this needs to be done correct. We talking about lives here. So
Yeah.
so if your passion, you don't have no passion for this, and you ain't got nobody that's been dead out there, or
Yeah.
got the whole life taken away from them in
Yeah.
prison or whatever. You might not understand this.
Yeah.
You ain't never been beat up or died by the police or
Right.
shot.
Yeah.
You don't understand what this pain.
Right.
They call it untreated trauma.
Oh
And
yeah.
you suffer from it.
Yeah. And these are perspectives. When I kind of look at what you're saying and what Stella is saying, the perspectives are, how do we make a proper selection of those who want a change in their life? Your company handles a variety of things, but overall, it's about improvement.
Right.
You're providing a service, hoping that someone will say, "Yeah, I need that. I can benefit from that. I want to improve."
Oh,
So characteristically, and I know that you guys are not biased. You're providing the service. But is there a certain mentality or a certain you know, characteristic that you guys are looking for to bring into these programs, or is it just, hey, be as raw as you can? We wanna.
Yeah, it's open. Our doors are open to the community. Now, me personally, I'm looking for somebody like myself.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
somebody who's lost, was lost in the street, or
Gotcha.
is currently lost in the
Gotcha.
streets. That's what I'm looking for, and someone that you know, maybe been involved with gangs or some type of violence, just people that don't think that they can. There's a better way. They think that this is just life. You know, this is what I have to do.
Right.
I want to be certain that can get that out of their head.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think, you know, I sat down with a young fella who was just really getting out of college, who is from Inglewood. He has strong background both in the streets and academically. He just so happened to just finish school, and that was his focus.
Right.
Got a great family now, and you know, he's doing well. He's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur, and he was sharing with me years ago. I remember. You may know this. He's a CEO / rapper. We call him D's, Sean D's, right?
Oh, Sean, I know Sean.
And so Sean Harris was like just a remarkable talent and mind, right? He had this, he still does, but he told me years ago, and I believe he was like early in college. He was like, you know, man, I want to do something for re-entry, guys that are leaving, and women that are leaving incarceration or prisons or whatever, and provide a service for them as second chance, you know.
Right. Well, all the people that call me from jail, I should be
Right.
into. So what I have done is I write letters for them, and you know, saying that they do have a spot to come to, whether it be just for the classes or maybe employment. You know, people start things start going a little bit better. You know, we'll be employing people really soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So as you spoke when we were off camera, funding is something that you're always pursuing to support
right.
a large part of what you guys do, which whoever's viewing and you have a financial background, you have some contacts, why don't you subscribe to Jason's channel, and you know, we'll put the information up, and that way you can make contact with him, and maybe you know some helpful resources that will accommodate what Inglewood Second Call is doing. We would be really grateful for you to do that. And then those that may just know people,
Right.
you know, that can just put the word out.
Just put the word out.
You know, he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram. There are ways to reach out to him. Even on our platform, you can send the information there. We'll make sure that he gets it. Because I just think that this is an important endeavor, and hey, it's Brown owned. You know what I mean? It's an urban company that is so vibrant in this day and time. Because I've seen you really mesh relationships with guys that are not from where we're from.
Yeah, I bring them right to the corner.
Yeah, but the way you have always been able to, you know, stand tall, but yet put these relationships together. Not everybody can do that.
No, you gotta be, you know, you need to be solid in your area.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to bring people over and then you can't protect them when it
Exactly.
gets bad. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
nothing to play with, but it's soldiers out here. You know, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. The other thing is this. I was thinking in terms of a mentality. Is there a certain mentality you possess? And I'll give the same question to you, Jason. Is there a certain mentality that you must have in order to be successful as an executive, as a female, in any industry, but specifically in the industry that you're dealing with? Because the way it's explained, it's like you may encounter some real rough edges, people that are, what is that like for you? I mean, what's your mentality? You kind of spoke on it pertaining to motherhood.
Right.
So, I mean, do you have a similar mentality in business?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I believe that I was born a go-getter.
Okay.
So, I'm going for it. This is a good thing to follow behind. I have a good leader. I believe in what he's trying to do, even before we got where we are.
Okay,
You know,
I got you.
I believed in him. I believed in what we call his baby.
Yeah.
And I just put my mind to it, and I'm not giving up.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so much more to do, but again, like, I'm here for it. I think the mentality is just to be driven, to know what you want, to boss up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that.
Boss up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, it's like, it's your baby. I mean, what's your
There
mentality?
you go.
Do you have the same tenacity you had?
I tell them all the time.
So-
I didn't change my life to come over here to get soft.
I got you.
With something that's really positive and good. I feel if I can act up fool for the the devil. Now,
Yeah.
just being real.
Yeah.
If I can act a fool for that dude,
Yeah.
I'm over here doing the right thing. I ain't got nothing to do but go crazy. I don't want nobody around me that's
Right.
that's negative, that ain't with the mission.
Right.
Bye. You
Right.
know.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's not conducive to what I'm
I
doing.
got you. I think conflict resolution is a strong skill, man. Because it's not just that one thing. You gotta have patience. You gotta learn how to wait. You gotta be compassionate. You gotta be strong. You gotta be tough. Because a lot of times you're not gonna agree.
Right.
But you don't have to be disagreeable, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, we all can't be right.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's wrong,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Do you find like struggle or how would I say it, a drawback when you present your program to certain individuals? Let's just start with other corporate heads that you might want to network with. What is their response when you introduce your company, your vision? I mean, do you get the support?
I get, unbelievable. It's hard for me to believe it, but the support has been phenomenal. Well, I don't know whether because I'm a vet and I got some plugs over there, but
Yeah.
even just people showing up out of nowhere, man,
Okay.
out of nowhere,
That's good. Yeah.
and filling spots, and it's just amazing because I think that's where I need to bring my mind up a little bit better because I figured I don't look like these people. They gonna be like, what is this? What are you talking about? But the first thing they ask me, let me see your credentials. They want to see everything. I don't see them asking everybody else that.
Yeah.
So I make sure I keep everything right.
Yeah.
But as far as the idea, and once they get to know me, we fired up some good stuff. We're doing a lot of good stuff, man. Right.
Have you linked up with Mayor Butts at all?
Well,
Is he, because
I
it's
had
in Inglewood.
I built that stadium.
Uh-huh.
Mayor Butts, he's a brother, no problem with him. I don't know if we for the same thing. He seems to say that there's no problem with gangs in Inglewood, and I've been had my head is blown off. So you can't tell me about none of that. So
I reached
people
out
who
to him
are
too.
are from who are don't want to believe the truth.
Yeah.
I can't. I got to get away from.
Yeah, I reached out to him. He responded. He sent me to, I guess, an admin that heads this particular, or he sent me to him because he could take me other places, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
And we were coming from a church standpoint, but it was still a real program.
Right.
And nothing happened, man.
Yeah,
And
that's believable.
I was like, wow. So it's like you have to pull other resources, financial and otherwise, to support the vision that's most important and dear.
Right.
Because I think a lot of people, they kind of, when you categorize it, they kind of want some of the negative things to remain the same.
Right.
Oh yeah, well that is
Because that generates money too.
Generates money,
Right.
You know, and like I say, I had a lot to do with the stadium. And,
Yeah.
I worked it from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Believing this was for our community.
Right.
And now I just with this hard slap in the face,
Right.
it's not for us. It's really trying to get us out of here. So
Wow.
So I had to back up all off of that and just go with the right thing, the purpose, the movement, and that's why the Butch part, I don't think he's a part of this.
Okay. Got you. All my life, looking back, I said, it may have not been explained to me in the terms that I understand it now, entrepreneurship. But most of our parents taught us how to be independent. They taught us how to be creative, or they encouraged us to be creative because, man, when we were coming along, man, we couldn't afford go-karts and, with the motor on the back of it. And, we didn't have these skateboards with the clear, board. And, we made stuff. We made go-karts. But what that did was that created like a creative buzz, and it helped us tap into things that would help us develop. So when I listened to you mention your company, and I listened to you share about your role and about motherhood, it really brings me to this reality. This skill set was already in y'all.
Oh yeah.
From the foundation.
Yeah.
And women especially are wired totally different than we are as men. A lot of men have issues with women because they don't understand that you're not going to understand a woman. And why do I say that? Because unless she communicates herself to you, you can't figure it out, because when God made woman from man, we were asleep. We weren't even conscious. So whatever he put in this woman was only revealed through what she taught us, right? So the mother is the nurturer. The mother is the first teacher of that child. So how can you say, man, I understand her? No, you don't. But if you communicate, and so I say that to say that in this same context of being business owners and working to build for yourself, it is a transferable skill set. And we're all obligated to transfer it to somebody. Yeah. Your children.
Yeah.
The community that you are inspired to target. And then look, you're getting better and better every day.
Right.
Because you're doing it every day.
Right.
You go to sleep with this baby. You wake up with this baby. And then you got to hear what he went to sleep with and what he woke up with, because you're in partnership together. You work. So he's constantly, you know what I'm saying? And then, exactly. So now, as a partner, you're thrust into helping this become a reality, and it's sharpening your skill.
Yes.
And then you're succeeding, and you're getting better. And then now, we pour this into a community at large, and we make it happen. So, I mean,
It happened.
Yeah. I'm excited about what your company represents, what it's doing. And, I saw a lot of your maturation process. I know you. I know where you're from. I know the core
the real
of the person you are. So I think it's befitting to say that you're doing a well-deserved job, and don't stop. Don't come off the wall, because it's only gonna get better.
Right. I'm not quitting.
It's only gonna get better, because we'll be sitting here in the next 20 years talking about the great success and the legacy
Right. There you go.
that you and your company,
There you go.
and those that was on ground level 1. See, you on ground level 1. You're gonna be on the archives. You're gonna be like,
It'll be that picture.
founded, and then here's the, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know,
Right.
and I think these are the legacies that we have to continue to be.
Right. Yeah.
And we have to continue to encourage our young people.
Definitely
You know,
need to
to
tell
do it.
our black
Yes.
people that
Yeah.
you don't have to go out and get no good job. Go out and start you something.
Yeah.
You know, something
Yeah.
that come from here. So
Yeah.
that way, you know you're gonna be your best
Yeah.
because you love doing what you do.
Yeah. And that is a good job, to be able to create something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
look at all the inventions that we as African American people
Yeah.
invented and didn't get the credit for.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Everything.
But thank God people were recording and documenting it, so we could counter and say, no, he made this and y'all took it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Black people are very, very important part
Yeah.
of this horrible country.
Yeah. So I think in conclusion of this segment, we say that the vibrant vision that you have and mission. See, I not only do I hear your vision, I can see it. I can see your vision, which you were supposed to write it and make it plain so we can run with it, right? So I can see your vision, which a lot of people, even when they're working with companies or working for people or working with people, they never see the vision. It's always about them.
Yeah. Never.
Right?
Never.
But you can't be bigger than the program. You can't be bigger than the program.
There you go. And then the mission. See, I love the mission,
Yeah, 'cause that's what you need to be aiming at.
I can hear the enthusiasm coming from both of you guys. I can
Yeah.
feel the
It's
energy.
just like the streets.
That's the
We
mission.
going on the
Right.
mission.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna stop till
Right.
we're done.
Right.
Same thing here.
Right. So that, you know, these are wonderful nuggets that we're walking away with, and for you to just give us a synopsis and share about your you know, your company is very impressive, and hopefully in the next segment we can get into you know, your legacy as it relates to, you know, how far you've come, right?
Right.
We can get into some more detailed stuff that I think people just need to see and understand that it's real people out here,
Right.
you know, and we're not just talking about it. You know, we've seen it, we've done it, we've lived it, and you know, I think that's a great testament. So this is the end of this segment, and it's been a pleasure to interview Jason Rugley and to Miss Stella. She sat in. I'm really glad that she did participate, because we always need a female's presence and point of view. Sometimes it's a little bit different than the male perspective. So you balance us out, and because you're part of this great company, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
For coming, and thank you, Jay, for being here. And so we're gonna end it and just say that tune in, whatever you do, subscribe to the channel, share, like, and let someone else know about the platform. And again, you can find Inglewood Second Call on social media platforms. We're going to give you that information. You might want to yell out to them and let them know your handle for Instagram.
Inglewood Second Call.
All right.
Inglewood Second Call.
You got a handle?
Inglewood Second Call.
There we go. Inglewood Second Call. You know who we are, them brothers from Inglewood. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. And again, tell someone that we're on and we got fresh content. And we look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care.
We on.
We out.